we have session 5 for today, that is Best of Hospital Innovations Showcase. This is a very interesting session whereby Kaho is all about sharing knowledge and sharing best practices. We will be seeing some of the best practices in terms of hospital innovations in this session, where we have Dr. Gyani with us. Dr. Gyani needs no introduction, and I don't know how in few words and sentences I can actually introduce such a great personality who has brought about a change in the quality movement in healthcare across the country. He's currently the Director General of the Association of Healthcare Providers in India, AHPI, and he was the Secretary General of Quality Council of India from 2003 to 2012. The SME World magazine, in its cover story of the June 2012 issue, described him as the quality man of India. Until today, all of us know him as the quality man of India. Dr. Gyani has been instrumental in formulation and operating of NABH for hospitals and healthcare providers for the first time in the country. He's been a pioneer for ensuring that the quality movement in healthcare organizations happen in our country. And Dr. Gyani functioned as the founder CEO of NABH until July 2012. My honor and my privilege to invite and welcome Dr. Gyani. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Anu. I think this has been an exciting day all through, not only today. I think past 2 days we have been listening to Kaho. I think very high value addition program. So far, I think we have been, waiting for certain international program to attend, and I think those days are gone. I think our Kaho platform has become truly global platform in terms of patient safety and quality of care. So I am just eagerly waiting to listen to the speaker in the session. Please go ahead.
We move on to the next speaker. That's our fourth presenter for today from Baby Memorial Hospital, Calicut. Presenter is Dr. Bijoy Johnson on COVID warriors. Over to you, Dr. Bijoy.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Bijoy Johnson from Baby Memorial Hospital in Calicut, and I'm here to share the story of our innovative digital platform for the management of COVID in our hospital. At the outset, I'd like to thank CEHO for providing us this opportunity to showcase our innovation. The COVID pandemic has a significant impact on our daily life, and hospitals are the tip of the spear when it comes to the battle against COVID. To handle the various challenges faced in this scenario, we set forth to develop a technology-enabled platform for the effective management of COVID. The COVID Warriors platform was created with a focus on 5 key areas. And first up is patient experience. In the initial days of the pandemic, we created a chatbot available in both English and Malayalam, where users could assess their risk of COVID by answering a series of simple questions. Following the government mandate to capture the self-declaration of hospital visitors, we created a chatbot-based system which eliminated the need for paper forms and minimized the risk of exposure to patients and staff. And we have screened nearly 2.5 lakh visitors using this system. For streamlining the outpatient workflow, we created a pre-registration chatbot for patients to fill up their data before reaching the hospital. Geotag self-check-in functionality and digital payments help eliminate the need to stand in the queue. Next up is patient care. The patient data submitted in the system enabled us to easily submit the data to government portals by using robotic process automation. The in-hospital video consultation platform, which required no additional hardware, enabled consultants to communicate with patients without having to be physically present in the same location, thus minimizing the risk of infection. The cognitive capabilities like computer vision and natural language processing help serve as an alternative, low-cost alternative to fully connected ICU monitors. And in this demo of the computer vision capabilities, we can see that an image of the vitals monitor is being captured. The image is uploaded to the server, it undergoes processing, and the results are obtained in terms of the various vital parameters. And in this demo of the natural language processing functionality, we can see that the clinical text that is dictated, the vital parameters and their corresponding values are automatically detected. So these cognitive computing capabilities enable consultants to monitor the status of ICU patients without expensive telemonitoring equipment. Coming to the COVID discharge summary application, it has the capability to automatically generate a major portion of the patient discharge summary based on pre-existing data. And in this demo, we can see that the entire discussion section is automatically generated. In the COVID home care application, the requests were geotagged and visualized on a map. The patient had access to an online portal to track the status of their request and with integrated payment functionality. We also utilize conversational AI in WhatsApp chatbots for patients who are under our home care service. It helps in monitoring the daily progress, and the clinical team is alerted when there is any deterioration in their symptoms. And in terms of resource management, we utilize various features like the bed status dashboard, the patient discharge tracker with drill down to the individual patient level, and the equipment status dashboard for effectively managing the resources in our hospital. In terms of employee experience and safety, we had a staff risk assessment system for employees who are exposed to COVID patients, which helped in planning the quarantine and minimizing the risk of infection. For training of staff in utilizing the application, we had an BMS Intelligent Assistant, which was a voice-enabled chatbot for interactive walkthrough of the application. We have also used this application for research purposes. That is, we have captured the COVID vaccination adverse effects for our employees, and we have published the results in a peer-reviewed journal. And coming to the outcomes achieved, the COVID risk assessment chatbot was used by more than 15,000 users across the country, and it received wide media publicity. 2.5 lakh visitors were screened using the self-declaration system. And we were able to achieve a 70% reduction in the time taken for COVID discharge summary generation. We gained additional revenue through the optimization of the home care service delivery. The robotic processing automation for submission of data to government authorities helps save significant time. The use of AI-powered chatbots enhance the user experience compared to regular forms. The geotagging with real-time travel time estimation helps streamline the home care services. And the project was a low-cost incremental innovation developed by the in-house IT. And these are some of the awards that we received for our innovations in COVID management. And in short, the COVID Warriors ecosystem has helped us immensely in our effective management of COVID in our hospitals. It can easily be scaled to other hospitals. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Bijoy, for that wonderful presentation.
Thank you.
Dr. Gyani, would you like to ask some questions?
Usually, my own experience has been that COVID wave 1, although it was new, but still, I think we managed the COVID better than COVID wave 2. In fact, the major complaint across the country, I can say very confidently, was the communication between the hospital and the relatives of the patient. They were at loss to know how the patient parameters are doing, how it is doing. They were not able to even connect. And hospital management also were not able to provide any information to the families. Can you tell me how you actually have incorporated that feature? Because I can understand very well you have done internal management, patient management, bed management, your own employee. But I am talking of connectivity with the family of the patient. Were you able to do regularly for ICU patient or ward patient?
So one thing that we did for ICU patients is that we had the feature where the patients could, the bystanders could talk to the patients who are in the ICU through a video conversation system. And the second thing is regarding in many of our systems, like for example, one is the discharge summary system that we created. When the discharge process is initiated, we send an SMS to the patient saying that the process has been initiated, and they can track the status of their discharge, they are being discharged, their discharge summary is complete. Then the like the bill is ready, you can pay the bill online. So that kind of workflow we have made it online. And even in, for example, the home care system, we had system in which we could the patient could directly know what is the status of their various requests. So these are some, and even for example, in the pharmacy, for example, we had a system in which we had a queue management system where the patient could go to the pharmacy and get a token. And with the token, we get an SMS saying that, okay, you can view the real-time status of your queue. Like if you and also the estimated waiting time. So you could go and have a cup of coffee and come back, and while in the canteen also you could monitor, like, okay, now it's next is my turn, so I can so it's now time for me to go back to the pharmacy and get the medicine. So we have in many of the places we have enabled self-serving and also the patient can immediately track the status of various things instead of having to go and directly talk to a person. So that's something which we have tried to do for patients.
Again, my question remains unanswered. You have done exceedingly well within the hospital system. You have facilitated yourself, actually, I will say. I am asking for how the patient relatives were monitoring the outcome of their patient. Was there any communication link built into your system or no?
For communication, what we did is regarding the communication with patient is something which we have facilitated, and we haven't so far we haven't done a system where we can currently the patient system symptom is so and so, it is improving. That kind of symptom is something we have in the pipeline, but we have not yet implemented.
Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Bijay.